I've partnered up with the F1 store for 2022, the best place to buy Formula 1 merchandise. Currently, they have an incredible end-of-year sale on with plenty of 2021 lines available and up to 40% off with official merch available from every Formula 1 team. If you're interested, click the link at the top of the description or in the pinned comment down below to help support the channel.
And here in Russia, today's race is about to start. We're at the Sochi Autodrome and the drivers on the grid are almost ready to begin. Join us as we enjoy today's Formula 2 event. Davide, is there anything we should be looking for in today's race? The teams are all very competitive at the moment, so are we about to witness a push from anyone in particular?
Hi Alex, the team will have been studying everyone else out there very carefully, so I think we are in for a very interesting event today. I can't wait to see how this race unfolds.
Right, well here we are then back on the grid for sprint race number 2 of the weekend. Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where once again back for the Oscar Piastri Road to F1 career mode here. Fingers crossed this race can go as well as the first there. If you missed out yesterday's video, definitely recommend going back and checking out. And of course, obviously the My Team video that went live earlier on this morning. But yeah, let's just wait and see then another 11 laps ahead of us here for sprint race number 2. And if we can do what we did in sprint race 1, yeah, we're looking pretty much on the money at the moment. For the first time this year, we lead the way in the Drivers' Championship there. 5 points clear of Enzo Fittipaldi, 14 points clear of Liam Lawson, but of course Lawson will be starting in front of us, ready for the second race of the weekend. I need to actually get myself ready and put my gloves back on for this one. You know, can't have just, you know, bare skin hands racing here on F1, you know, in case there's a fire in my room, or many of the other extravagant theories some of you guys have come up with as to why I wear gloves, rather than the honest answer that I've given many times in the past. But massive rant out of the way, waiting for those 5 red lights here in Sochi, and it's gonna be lights out and away we finally go. There, a massive hold as we try to put the power down off the start. Bit of a wobble as we head down in towards turn 1. There is immediately Christian Lundgaard is going to try to have a look to the inside there. Richard Verschoor on the outside as well as we head in towards the first turn. Everyone just fanning out, and we're immediately going to try and have those places back. Oh, a lot of contact though through turn 1 by a handful of cars there, but somehow we do make the moves work there. Up past Sato and Liam Lawson off the start as everyone just winds their way through turn 3. For the first time, looks like it is still gonna be, not too sure which Red Bull car that is at the front, but yeah, let's just head down in towards sector 2 for the first time in this second race of the weekend. So far so good, we've kept it clean and tidy. That's the most important thing early on here, and you know, now really the mindset does very much change in this championship. You know, as much as we want to still try and pull out points from our big rivals here, we have got to be a bit careful. You know, now we are the man at the front of the championship, but to be honest, we've got so much momentum coming into this race weekend there that we really do believe now we're going to have a good shot at the title. But of course, that can turn around very quickly in the world of Formula 2 here. Lawson, now probably our biggest championship rival if Fittipaldi is going to spend all season outside of the top 10 there. But you can see Dan Ticktum in his Carlin just in front of me. Got to look forward rather than looking back at the moment, as up the inside of the Carlin we go. A little bit of a lock-up, but yeah, we are just feeling it this weekend. Vibing with the car, vibing with the tyres, vibing even with the track. And up to P7 then by the end of lap 1. 3 places gained. Our teammate Schwartzman up in P3 there, as it is, yeah, of course, Yuri Vips who leads the way at the end of the first lap. But another decent start here. And this is exactly what we need. Marcus Armstrong, next car up the road. Can we go 2 for 2 on him so far this weekend? If I say that, Ticktum's actually going to come back at me in towards turn 1. Actually, pretty brave. Oh, big lock up there. From, you can't go through those tyres. Where am I going? Oh, that's been a horrible... I am lost for words there as to what just happened in this race. Ticktum locked up, rammed me in towards turn 1 there. All the orange bollards are labelled the wrong way around. And as we tried to get back on the track there, didn't want to rejoin dangerously. And have just completely dropped the rear end. I said less than a lap ago how it can all turn around so quickly in Formula 2. And that's exactly what's happened here. 5 seconds back now from Alessio Deleda. We need a miracle in this sprint race. Cannot believe that's 2 weekends in a row where we've ended up facing the wrong way around. Luckily, again, though, obviously it's early on in the race, so there's plenty of time to close back up. And, of course, a lot of the field are still very much bunched up here. But purple through Sector 1. But now we are, yeah, just giving it our all there as we just run a little bit wide down through the next couple of corners. But gap back down to about 3 seconds here. But we're going to have to push all race along, and it's still highly unlikely we're now going to walk away with anything from sprint race number 2. Come on, Matt, focus. And Tictum, new fastest lap of the race. They're dipping down in towards the low 47s. What are we going to be doing in comparison to that? We set a 47.3, so marginally quicker.
Fastest lap of the race so far.
Half a tenth in it between myself and Dan Tictum, but at least we are the fastest car on track again. It looks like Dan Tictum and I are going to spend all day long trying to trade fastest lap then.
The fastest lap of the race.
Through the final corner again we go. This one's felt a bit tidier. And there we go. Have that, mate. Another 1/10.5 faster than Dan Tictum that lap. Gap to Deleda in front of us. Less than 2 seconds now. But again, of course, these guys just gain that little bit in the DRS zones, but we are still definitely faster. Oh, there we go. Another fastest lap.
For the race. Keep this up.
Now within the 1 second mark of Alessio Deleda here, and now we've finally got some DRS on the cars in front, so we're not going to be losing as much down the straightaways now. But Deleda and Guan Yu Zhou, first cars we've got to try and navigate. We've only got half a race to do it though, as that is not the line through turn 1. Let me know down in the comments below where you think we'll finish this one. I'm, yeah, very, very intrigued to see. I mean, we're going to just take all the risks, you know, we won't gain anything otherwise, and obviously feature race already guaranteed to be starting on the front row, so we may as well put it all on the line here in sprint race number 2. Out onto the back straightaway then, let's just have a look, see if we can get a run on Alessio Deleda here. We're a long way back, but again, Deleda is not the most talented driver in Formula 2, crazy theory. I know, gaining quite massively in towards the braking zone. Again, the AI rather oddly seemed to half throttle through the little left-hand kink there before you head into the right-hander, but attacking the curbs through the final couple of corners then of lap 6. Try and do the up and under on him here. You can really sort of slingshot yourself out of that third last corner there, the final right. That's right, yeah, the third last right even on the lap, as we found out in sprint race number 1. Out of the final corner then, trying to roll on the power once more. You can see no more times for fastest laps at the moment, and we're stuck in all of this dirty air. But can we get the run on Deleda back down in towards turn 1 there, tucked under the back of his rear wing. Ooh, Deleda locked up. That was not good. That was not my intent. Deleda locked up. I had to move to the inside, but I was never really planning on going for a move there, so apologies to the Italian. But we both live to fight another day. Deleda now really, really struggling behind the cars in front. He's no longer going to be within the DRS range as we head out of the final corner there, but both of us trying to put the power down. Can we get a run on the Italian as we head back down the long run in towards turn 1 here? Surely this one's going to be a fairly simple move on Deleda there. He does go defensive on us to the outside. Clean later on the brakes. Oh, he does try to keep the nose there, but we go clean around the outside. Big kicker wheel spin on the exit. This has not been the race to write home about so far, but at least we're no longer in last. But look at the positives. 2 seconds up to Guan Yu Zhou. Yeah, not convinced we're going to get much more out of this though, worryingly. Pushing hard at the moment.
Fastest lap of the race so far.
But new fastest lap then of the race with just 2 laps to go. Gap to Guan Yu Zhou though, still over 2 seconds. As Deleda, yeah, at the moment, is just falling away, but clearly we have still got pace in the car then, but yeah, just not enough time to do anything, and especially without the DRS there, as again, that is not the line through turn 1. Not going to quite be the race we would have wanted, but again, not hopefully not the end of the world. Final lap then of this race.
Final lap of the race.
And we're still about 1.5 seconds or so behind Guan Yu Zhou, so yeah, definitely not quite the race we would have wanted after all the highs of yesterday. Yeah, just got a little bit, you know, just that weird contact with Dan Tictum. You know, you don't often see the AI lock up on the inside there. Just pushed us wide, and I learnt my lesson the hard way about those bollards just aren't labelled up correctly. It was, yeah, not my finest moment, I think, on F1 in 2021. But that's the way racing goes sometimes, you know, like I said. Enzo Fittipaldi completely out of the picture again for the second weekend in a row by the looks of it. And it is going to be Liam Lawson who's going to be down towards the tail end of the top 10. Looking forward to tomorrow's feature race, though. That's going to be very, very interesting between myself and Schwartzman starting up at the front of the field there. Maybe we can still make it 2 from 3 this weekend. But in towards the final few corners then of this second sprint race. It looks like it is going to be Yuri Vips who's going to take home the dub in this one. He's been so odd this year as Yuri Vips. Sometimes he's either right there at the front or seemingly nowhere. Sort of lost in the midfield there, and a very, very inconsistent driver so far in this campaign. But he's round in the final few corners now, looking like he's going to take home the race victory here. But yeah, this track, clearly a lot of drivers still struggling to overtake round. Yeah, that's not quite the line through there late on in this race. But just bring the car home, Matt. Come on, we've got to get this thing to the checkered flag. Now, Yuri Vips takes home the dub for Hi-Tech, though. That's going to help them out in the Teams Championship, a huge amount there. But round in the final couple of corners, it was 10th on the grid. We made a good lap one up 3 places, and then from there it just went completely downhill. Round in the final corner, P21, celebratory donut nonetheless.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Hi-Tech GP today. And I have to wonder, Davide Valsecchi, just what set them apart from the competition here.
I think they kept a cool head. That's why they won today. Smooth, steady, everything bad that happened to them, they handled it calmly and professionally. That's what let them focus on getting the best out of everything else. The car, the strategy. They managed to keep out of trouble the whole way round.
And as they make their way down to the podium, there's no denying the strength of the Hi-Tech GP team. It was an incredible performance today, and they fully deserve to stand on the top step. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams' Championship. Hi-Tech GP increased their gap over the competition with that result. Another team that excelled today was Dams, who make further progress up the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Well, there we are then, guys, the end of the second sprint race, and Yuri Vips takes home the dub ahead of Jack Aitken there. And of course, where we were outside the top 10, we don't even get our fastest lap bonus points there. Schwartzman, I think, yeah, for the first time this year, is finally on the podium here in F2 ahead of David Beckman and Teo Porcher there. Lawson did pick up 1 point from the race, so not all is lost for him, as he does make slight gains on us as well. And you can see, yeah, Christian Lundgaard and Marina Sato rounding out the top 10 there. Enzo Fittipaldi up another 2 places, though, at the end of that one, but of course he's going to be relegated down to P18 once more. And yeah, 10th to 21st. Was not quite the way I would have wanted this one to go there. But, you know, occasionally, you know, the highs of highs from yesterday, the lows of lows today. Fingers crossed, starting P2 on the grid for the feature race tomorrow. We can have a good race out there and hopefully a good battle with our teammate. Does mean championship-wise, we're still currently top of this weekend's results, which is rather funny. But yeah, championship-wise, though, still just 13 points then between the top 3. Teo Porcher jumps for Shaw, Yuri Vips jumps for Lundgaard, Sato jumps for Viscal, and Deleda there. And yeah, Robert Schwartzman making even more gains now up past Jack Aitken. Teams-wise, now we're up to P2, just 23 back from Hi-Tech. And yeah, starting 1-2 on the grid for the final race of the weekend. That's certainly going to make things very, very interesting as well there. I've just noticed, just above the results where you can go across each tab, is that the San Marino flag? I don't know why I've noticed that, but I have. But yeah, currently though, it's lower down the order. Who is yet to score? With just a few races to go of the year. It is just Roy Nissany and Ralph Boschung yet to score points then on the board. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Not quite the race I would have wanted, but yeah, we'll be back tomorrow ready for the final race of the weekend here for the feature. You guys do not want to miss that. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.